Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Supatease video. And in this one, I wanted to cover is 9.1.5 worth coming back to World of Warcraft if you have left or taken a break at this period of time? And what are my first impressions from my first day? So, of course, as soon as the servers were up, I jumped on. I had a long PvP session. I think a majority of the changes really affected PvP, but also with AoE uncapping has likely affected PvE as well. I wanted to see what are new classes in PvP. Are we going to see any differences in builds? Is it really going to feel like there's more variety? Another important part of this patch for me was alt accessibility. We got the interview from Ian, and I'll have that video linked at the end where I review the most important parts of it. That actually really left me hopeful for alts being accessible, because that's a big part of the gameplay for me. And I have to say that on the second day here, waking up, I actually woke up very excited. I really want to make a Death Knight. I really want to make a marksmanship hunter. I played against a ton of different specs, a bunch of different compositions. I played against Shadow Priest Death Knights, Hunter, Windwalker monks. You still saw some of the same, like in this clip here with the Ret Warrior, but I was playing with an Affliction, Fire Mage, sometimes Frost Mage. The only thing that really felt kind of oppressive throughout my session was Rogue Mage in particular and Prop Paladin, but I've also found out that Necrolord Prop Paladins, even though they were one-shotting people in PvP, have actually already been nerfed. So I was impressed with that, the fact that that got nerfed right away, because I was thinking, oh no, what was like the worst possible thing that could happen for PvP in 9.1.5? It would probably be a Prop Paladin hitting people 3 times as hard as Spinning Crane Kick. That would be bad. But they fixed that within the first day. So changing that right off the bat leaves me hopeful. And also the introduction of this new Conquest box. So for 375 Conquest, you can buy a box. It has a piece of Conquest gear in it. You can mail it to any character. So now I was playing Arena on this character here that's fully geared. Before it was like, maybe I'm wasting my time. Like, I'd really like to play that DK. I should spend some time gearing the DK, but my friends really want to play with my Druid. Now it is benefiting my DK because I can mail those Conquest boxes to my Death Knight. They've also uncapped Conquest, so you can earn as much as you want. You can get an infinite amount of those boxes if you want. They increased the amount of Conquest you're getting per win as well from PvP combat, so you're going to be getting those boxes much faster, getting your gear much faster. I read that they've reduced the honor of upgrades by 25%. Not the biggest number. Still a bit worried about how much honor it's going to take to upgrade gear. I haven't gotten to that point yet. My plan is to get a ton of boxes and kind of do a big unboxing for one of my characters, see if I can gear them in literally one sitting, like just log in, see if it gets full gear in one sitting as kind of like some content here for the channel. If you'd like to follow along in my journey or my escapades with PvP, then twitch.tv/Supatease. We're doing viewer games at 11 a.m. pretty much every day. So if you need some help gearing up a character or pushing to a new rating threshold, you're going to want to be on that channel. If you really like the content here, make sure you're subscribed as well. I've been told that from people watching, the rating and their experience with World of Warcraft has gone up as a result of watching my videos on the channel. So if you'd like to know when my videos go live, that subscribe button is going to let you know. But overall, the alt accessibility seems to be improved dramatically. I also went into Korthia to see what was it like to get conduits right, because conduits seem to be a very sore point, at least for me. A lot of players that mained PvP at least would probably be at 200 item level conduits. But in Korthia now, with the crescents dropping more frequently, I got like 4. I was just running around Korthia for like 5 minutes and I got 4 conduits. It seems like they improved the drop rates of that a lot, so it's maybe even one little session while you're PvP, sitting in your PvP queues of just killing rares and looting boxes, you're probably going to get up to 226 conduits on a new character, which still puts you behind the 252, but they also improved the reputation grinding for the codex to get to tier 6, increasing the research drops so that you'll be able to work towards upgrading those 252 conduits along the way. And I don't think that it would prevent you from getting Gladiator even to play with 226 conduits. Like, I'm playing with 226 conduits in this video against rank 1 teams. It won't be the end of the world. If anything, maybe gives you a little bit of something to look forward to, getting a little bit of a tiny upgrade as you're going along. Still would have liked to have had a way to earn codex or research or soul cinders from the content loop that you would like to do as a player. Something like even Mythic Plus, awarding some cinders and awarding some codex rep as well as PvP. Again, I brought up the idea of a tabard like the similar that was in Wrath of the Lich King, where you wear a tabard and you get reputation gains from any content that you're doing in the game. So that way you can pick what you want. Maybe Korthia remains the fastest, like it's twice as fast that you'll get that reputation, so you can do it when no one's on and you're kind of playing by yourself, or you can supplement it with you also doing your main content loop, so you're getting to play what you want to play and also getting that grind done at the same time. I also haven't been able to try Torghast, but to my understanding is that you can now farm Soul Cinders limitlessly, which means you won't be held back by that time gate of like, oh, I gotta wait 4 weeks now of Torghast to upgrade my legendary. You'll be able to just get in and get it done. And for a lot of classes, at least in PvP, you may only be using 1 or 2. Sorry, maybe warriors are using like 3 or 4. Warriors seem to have a lot of choice when it comes to covenants and legendaries in this expansion, but there's a lot of specs where you can kind of get away with 1 at least, and still do really well on it and still have a good time. So you can kind of skip that if you just wanted to jump back into PvP. Because I know for a lot of people, myself included, it was kind of like, I want to log in, I want to PvP, I'm behind on this, feels like I'm not catching up, I have to wait 2 weeks for that. No, I'm not going to do it. That feeling seems to be swayed away by a significant amount. I especially feel rewarded again, like I said, playing my main character to send those conquest boxes over. They've also uncapped Valor, so if you're interested in Mythic Plus and you want to try and get into the Mythic Plus endgame loop, you'll be able to farm the Mythic Plus vendor gear limitlessly as well. So everything seems to be uncapped. This seems to be the time to get in and get creative and try some new stuff. Again, I think PvE may end up being a bit chaotic because of all the AoE uncapping. Who knows what's going to be good? New things might be a lot more fun. And then in PvP, with some of those recent changes and buffs like Frostmage, Hunter were definitely noticed. I think the nerfs to Windwalker Monk were also noticed. I'm very pleased that they completely got rid of the Prop Paladin one-shot, or at least it seems like it's been looked at when I checked on Twitter from some players that were also getting farmed by it like me. It seems like it's gotten nerfed at this point. We'll have to wait and see. And I really liked the variety in PvP. It seemed like there were a lot more comps playing the game at the moment. I felt this is like the first time again in WoW where it was like, I really want to play a Hunter. I really want to play a DK right now. Like I want to log in. I want to send those boxes over. I want to start doing some Comp Stomp. Like this is the best time to do it. With Comp Stomp available to catch up honor on your alt, removing the renown from the campaign. So you can do the campaign if you want to, if you've never seen the story, but you'll get the renown and the power upgrades for your end game loop without doing it. You don't have to do it. So that's another huge positive for me. And it seems like now, like Shadowlands is kind of started for me. This is like, oh my God, I'm ready to go. Let's jump into this. And I've been having a really good time. So I just wanted to update you with my first thoughts and my first impressions. I still have yet to really give Torghast a try. I'm a bit worried about it in terms of how long it's going to take or how many runs I'm going to need to take. Those were all the positives, right? So let's talk a little bit about the cons. Bit worried about how long Torghast could potentially take. Bit worried about the Codex rep, although it is faster. It's still, getting to tier 6 from tier 0, but you can make the 226 conduits work, and those things drop like hotcakes. So on an alt or something that maybe I'm not going to go for a rank 1 PvP title, I'm sure that I could still have fun with it, in whether it's random battlegrounds or some rated PvP, trying to push for an elite transmog or something on a different armor type along those lines. I think that it's still going to be a lot of fun. Seems like a lot of my friends are also just making alts now. Like in this video, I'm playing with Smexen on a warlock, and I'm playing with Envious, normally a holy priest on a mage. He was excited to try and make a fury warrior. So it seems like there's a little bit of a spark back in now that the community has been listened to as far as alt accessibility comes forward. So definitely, I think it's worth giving it a shot. And this would be the week to do it. Come in this week. If the catch-up mechanics don't feel good to you, if you're not having fun with the different types of variety now in the game, then I can't really do anything. You're not going to have fun with it. But if you do, this is the week to do it. This is the week to come back. Other than that, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it with a thumbs up, a comment down below, and subscribe. And other than that, I'll be coming out with videos constantly, trying to get some guides going out, trying to get some tier lists going out, trying to get some recommended videos coming out. So like what types of classes do you want to play? What types of classes are looking super fun at the moment? What am I currently thinking? Is anything changing over time? And to keep you as up to date as possible. But other than that, I will be signing off, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.